Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story for the month of November 2019, and this is especially for you coming from Sagittarius. First, let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. The first card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your first 15 days of November. And this is the card for you talking about romance, whether the new one or the old one, you coming from Sagittarius. Well, this is a card of aggression, and it shows that complications can also be seen. So be careful. Finding a new romance in the first 15 days of November can produce some differences from this card. Differences that may come suddenly and unexpectedly. So don't give your heart away too quickly. Take your time and look at the background of this new romance partner before you get too involved. If I use this card for an ongoing romance, I would say that past differences, past problems seem to be creeping in into your ongoing romance and making that very difficult. And the last thing you want to do is to show aggression of any kind. Take the soft approach, use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, a body language which is soft to calm down the atmosphere, and things will come under your control in the ongoing romance that you have in the first 15 days of November. Now about your marriage. So let's see you coming from Sagittarius, what the card says. Well, this is a card called the Hanged Man. It simply means that you can be blamed for just about everything in life. So in your marriage area, tell yourself to be ready for being blamed in the first 15 days for whatever may have been going wrong. Is it financially? Is it personal in the sense of having emotional situations gone wrong? So I've given you ample warning that the first 15 days of November are going to create such problems. So you have to definitely not be aggressive and don't be rebellious. Try to be a person who is willing to fix things up so that everybody can be happy. And that often tones down the bad atmosphere, and that way you will improve. And if I look at this card again of the marriage, there is something which you don't seem to know that has been happening. So, very gently ask your marriage partner to talk about it. Now, I will talk to you about your last 15 days of November, and we'll pull a card to talk about your new romance or your ongoing romance from this card. You coming from Sagittarius. Oh, this is a magnificent card. It says that everybody looks up to you and everybody wants to follow whatever you say. So you can be in charge in the first 15 days, sorry, in the last 15 days. You can be in charge in the last 15 days of November. Everything will fall in place for you. And you'll be very lucky in areas of finding a new romance, which will be very helpful and very supportive of you. And if your ongoing partner is also going to be extremely kind and extremely good for you. So your love, romance areas are perfectly poised to give you wonderment. So that's very good news for you. And let's talk about your marriage areas. So what does the card says? Your last 15 days of November. Well, it's a card that says, do not bring up arguments. Nothing will result. So you listen to me and don't bring up arguments in the last 15 days of November. Keep them for another period of time. And then this card will be fine. It says the platform of keeping things going is very good. So in your area of marriage, everything is going fine. Don't upset the card by bringing up things which is going to short circuit things, meaning that unexpected things that may make your marriage partner very happy. Leave them for another time and keep peace that way. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for you coming from Sagittarius. This card will show who are the lucky people who will have plenty of luck in romance and marriage. And from this card, led by Mars, right on the top, the sign of Mars, it says, the ages of 18, those of you who are 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or 72, you are going to be very lucky in the area of romance or marriage. And you will make the perfect choice to find a new one. And you will be increasingly improving your marriage and your ongoing romance as well. So you are very special in that way. Everything you say goes perfectly well. If you are not of these ages, you will need to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50 to know your next 7, 8, or 9 years in all areas of your life. The next card that I'm going to pull will say now caution. Caution simply means that you have to be cautious of who you meet of these ages, or if you are of these ages yourself. Remember that. Now, this card is the devil, but don't worry about words like that. Simply says that you're attracting problems, whether in new romance, ongoing romance, or marriage. And if you happen to be the ages of 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or 71 or even 80, be very careful for the new romance you meet or the ongoing romance going very sour. Be very careful in your marriage as well. So this is the card of caution for you. Now I'll talk to you about your colors. Every planet rules different colors. So let's see what color for the month of November can give you plenty of luck in romance and marriage. And it's between yellow and red, and I would choose red. So the color red is going to be extremely lucky for you and inspire you and give you that aura that people will find you very attractive, or give you that aura that gets through very quickly for the romance you want. And your ongoing romance and marriage will also be extremely well if you wear plenty of red. And so now we will talk about attachment to. That means that the card is supposed to show who you can form an attachment to in the month of November. And from this card, I'm going to choose Virgo. So somebody from Virgo is going to be very interested in you in the month of November, or could it be you interested in somebody in Virgo? So make that contact, and you will see that you are going to do extremely providing happiness for yourself in the area of love and excitement as well. Now about direction. So 9 planets are surrounding Earth. When we look north, south, east, west, we are facing a planet or another. Which direction should you face to be inspired so that the areas of love and romance can be very much active? And this card, I'm going to say, determines north. So face north, and you are going to be very lucky and inspired in many, many ways, whether to find a new romance, make the romance that you have happy, or discussing anything in marriage. Try to face north when you're talking to your marriage partner. And whether PM periods or AM periods in the month of November will be better. Let's see what the card says here. And from this card, I'm going to say that the PM periods, which means from 12 noon to 12 midnight, would be, as far as marriage or romance is concerned, is better to negotiate during the PM period in the month of November. Well, I have a 90-minute session, and during these 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. I'll give you a lot of energy from the universe, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. I'll show you how to create your personal lucky lottery numbers by looking at your palms to see if you have all those signs on your palms. And I will show you how to reach that supernatural energy that you have, that I have, that everybody has. And with that contact with the supernatural energy, you can do things that will make you better than the rest and luckier than the rest. So send me that email at andyhoro9, and the 90-minute session will cost you USD $50. Send me that email at andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Until then, have a good month. Thank you and goodbye.